Okay, I can do this. Jesus fuck. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. This week's Stun was brought to you by Sarah E. Leave your Stun suggestions in the comments below and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss next week's Stun. Okay, look, I know it's been 2 weeks since my last video after I said I'd be posting twice a week, but do you really blame me? A lot of shit's been going on. People have come together in unified protests against police brutality to bring systematic change to racial injustice in American society and institutions as we know it. Also, I moved. So it's been pretty busy. But as usual, you didn't click on my video for my socio-political commentary, but rather to make fun of TikTokers. And I won't leave you hanging, because today we're going to take a look at the newest online TV show, Attaway General, starring various TikTokers I didn't even know existed, outside of its star actress, Dixie D'Amelio, who, of course, holds the title of being the second most famous person with the last name D'Amelio. Now, you might be asking yourself, who would give these people a TV show? Well, that company would be Brat TV, and their entire business model is about hiring influencers to act in low-effort, low-cost produced shows that are catered to the Gen Z demographic. Yeah, pretty smart strategy, but what they didn't realize is, in turn, how easy it makes my business model. Making fun of influencers. Brat TV, if you want to make some kind of deal happen, my people are ready to talk. But enough business, let's get into the show, and we'll start with episode 1 called TVs, posted on the channel Brat TV, that you're watching a reaction to on GunnarTV, a video you're possibly watching on your very own TV. Did your mind explode yet? No? Okay, then you're ready to keep going.
The Teen Volunteer, or TV program, is what you make of it. The more you prove yourself, the more rewarding your time will be.
When will we get to observe in the ER?
The ER is usually reserved for third-year TVs. As first-year TVs, you guys will be on pediatrics. You'll help with clerical work, transpo, keeping patients company.
Yes, babysitting, great.
That's right, Georgia. Make them feel seen, heard, comforted, whatever they need. Got a problem with that? Get an MD. Any questions?
So many. I'll break it down in simpler terms since I was very confused when I first watched this, since she explains the whole show's plot as fast as possible, while also struggling to decide whether she's supposed to be looking at the camera or not. Spoiler alert, she's not supposed to. Basically, the show is a medical drama focused around 4 main characters that are volunteers at a hospital with very one-dimensional personalities. Dixie's the moody teen that rolls her eyes every 5 seconds. Kit is a smart one that wants to learn everything. Rosie is upbeat and happy all the time. And Jack got arrested?
So, why did you volunteer to work at a hospital?
I got arrested. Beats juvie.
You know when you get arrested and they say, "Hey kid, you're a bit of a troublemaker and we've determined you should be detained by the state. But we also think you'd be a good medical assistant." What do you think about that? There are many things about this show that make it incredibly awkward to watch. The actors, the writers, the editing. But I think one thing that contributes most of all is just the sheer speed of the show. Every episode is crammed to about 8 minutes, and in that time they try to carry out a plot for both Dixie and then a subplot for the other characters. The result being scenes that are very rushed with dialogue exchanges that seem very unnatural and uncomfortable. Take this scene for instance when the romantic interest is introduced. I want to clarify, this is the first scene that Dixie and TikTok hot boy Griffin Johnson meet.
What are you doing?
Oh.
Don't come any closer.
I don't think that's gonna hurt anyone.
Depends where I put it.
You're new TV, aren't you?
Nicely done, Sherlock. Now what are you doing? Do you always sneak up on people when they're sleeping?
Actually, I had a reason to be in here. Some of us have work.
Am I supposed to congratulate you?
If you want to.
Whoa, slow your roll there, Griffin. Don't you love it when you just meet somebody and they immediately corner you in a dark supply closet? Also, I don't understand the "it depends where I put it" line. Was that supposed to be cute? Or did she just threaten to shove a spray bottle up Griff Boy's ass? I feel like you could say that about any object and it would be taken that way. Just looking for supplies. Hey, don't come any closer. I don't think that's gonna hurt anybody. Depends where I put it. Yeah, I'm just gonna head back out that way. Let's check in on subplot B though, because while Dixie's trying to get Dixie down the supply closet, there's apparently a terrible bus crash that the rest of the staff is attending to.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Hello? Hey, do you work here?
Sure do. What do you need?
My doctor, she took me back here forever ago and she hasn't come back.
I mean, you gotta love this show's acting. Nathan Kress is over here losing a shit ton of blood, yet he's giving no effort into actually trying to get someone's attention. Excuse me? Excuse me, I'm losing a lot of blood. I can't feel or see anything anymore. Somebody please help me. Help? The show has a habit of often under-dramatizing some medical situations and then over-dramatizing others. For instance, this patient comes in.
6-year-old female, 3rd-degree burns.
And all the supposed best doctor in the state does is inject her with a needle and his work is done.
Good job.
However, sometimes in the show, things are going great and then they take a turn for the worse.
So, who's holding?
None of your business.
He's a cute boy she has a crush on.
Do not.
Do too.
Do not.
Come on, you mentioned his name a dozen times. Molly!
No pulse. I'll start CPR. Rosie, straighten the gurney. Need a flat surface.
Did she just die? One second they were talking about boys, and the next she's flatlining. Attaway General doesn't give a fuck. They let 2 volunteers take care of it when there's visibly nurses behind them walking around doing nothing. As far as they're concerned, 9-year-old girls are expendable extras and they'll off them whenever for good TV. You never really know what you're gonna get with this show, and that's why I love it. But let's get back to the plot, if we can locate one, with episode 2.
I didn't know you were Dr. Henry's protege. What a nerd.
Nerd or stud?
Nerd.
Smart is the new sexy. I read that somewhere.
Oh, you read too? I'm impressed.
I read lots of things. Novels, magazines, instruction manuals.
Later, teacher's pet.
Man, the tension's killing me, guys. Never mind that these two only ever interact in the supply closet, but the dialogue is just exquisite. I read a lot of things, like books and novels and things with words on them. You probably want to kiss me now? No? Well, how about like a minute and 43 seconds later?
You really don't know where the bandages are?
Oh, I do. I just needed an excuse to get you in here.
Smooth. Mind you, I've shown you all 3 scenes of them interacting in this show so far. So to recap, they meet in the supply closet, then Griffin tries to kiss her in the supply closet and gets rejected, and then Dixie kisses him and they make out. Nothing else was said between these two. I showed everything. What if they like ended up dating and people asked for like the story of how they met? Funny you should ask. It's actually a really cute story. There was this supply closet, and the rest was history. Honestly, I could pull any scene from this show and there's something hilarious about it, so that's exactly what we're gonna do in a segment I call Every Scene of This Show is Hilarious.
Holden? What's going on? Get back.
Just one lone tear down her face after seeing the guy she likes going into the ER. This one's so weird to me because the main actor that plays Kit is actually pretty decent. She's probably the best out of the 4 main characters. So it just goes to show you how terrible the writing and stage direction are on Brat TV's end. And then there's this hilarious intro to an episode.
Attaway General. No, that is not a disease.
No, that is not a disease. My job is done. I'm not sure what the person on the other line was asking, but you might want to investigate a little bit more. What if the person on the other line just like broke their leg? Attaway General. Ow, it hurts so much. I think I broke my leg. Please send an ambulance, please. I'm sorry, that is not a disease. What? Hello? This show really makes 0 sense. It's a real shame that Brat TV, with a backing of $40 million, is producing such trash quality entertainment. There's so many young aspiring actors that would kill for this role and do such a better job at it, but they're just gonna blow their money on influencers because that's a quick cash grab. Hell, we just saw how Outer Banks took actors that no one knew about and put them on the map. Why can't Brat TV do the same? Well, that's today's video. It's a little bit shorter than normal because my esteemed colleagues have already made a video about Attaway General, and I didn't have too much more to add to it. But now, vocally, so I can't back out like a little bitch, I'm going to promise 2 videos a week. You don't believe me? Honestly, me neither, but I'm gonna try. Instagram, Twitter, please follow so my friends think I have clout. Or, to stay up to date. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.